Yet again, thank you very much for joining us on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport this afternoon. So we'll run through the two lineups. We're going to be joined shortly by Whitehaven Hall of Famer David Seeds, and we'll get his impressions on what he expects from this Newcastle side, this new look Newcastle side this season, and what he expects from this afternoon's contest. We're going to hear from Anthony Murray as well, and we're also going to hear what happened for Whitehaven last time out 8 days ago at the Steel City Stadium. But firstly, we'll run through your two lineups. Whitehaven lineup with Cole Walker-Taylor in at fullback, on the wings Dave Eggleston and Mitchell Todd. No Jordan Burns, the Whitehaven captain this afternoon. He's struggling with a knee issue, so Ben Pearce replaces him in the centre alongside Ethan Bickerdike in the centres. It's a half-back partnership of Kieran Walker and Joe Lowe. Starting props, Jake Pearce and Brett Bailey. Ellison Holgate in at hooker. Back rowers of Connor Holliday and Ellis Nixon. Jack Kellett in at loose forward. On the interchange bench, Mark Shackley, Brad Brennan, Jordan Thompson and Liam Williamson. The 18th man for Whitehaven this afternoon is Lewis Brown. If needed, you may have noticed just a new name at the end there, Liam Williamson. A hooker comes in from the Seaton Rangers. Neil Fraser, the assistant coaches club, been in Whitehaven right throughout pre-season, and has earned himself a contract and will be with Whitehaven for the 2026 campaign. For the Thunder, they have Jordan Lipp in at fullback, Andy Jacassi and Brad Ward on the wings, Jack Smith and Aidan McGowan in the centres. It's a half-back partnership of Cody Hunter and Will Roberts. Starting props, Ryan Jackson and Brendan Santee. Taylor Pemberton in a hooker. Second rows are Matthew Foster and Noah Whittingham, with Harvey Reynolds in at loose forward. On the interchange bench, Matthew Rostan, Akuma Tsai, Leo Tennyson and Tyler Walton, the Onan surviving member of last year's squad for the Thunder. The 18th man, if needed for the Thunder this afternoon, is Jack Brown.
Any league games in 2 seasons, but now 1 in 1, so Whitehaven are in for a very, very tough game today.
Game is underway. Jake Pearce is the man to fetch the ball forward from kick-off, attacking the railway end in the first half of Whitehaven. Pearce taken down 12-13 metres away from his own line. Struggled to get up and play that ball there as Jake Pearce, and he's actually lost it. He's struggled there as the prop forward. And we've just tried to spin out the tackle there as Cody Hunter. That just sort of opened up for him. It wasn't what he was wanting to do, but he has been brought down 6 metres out. Comes back towards the middle now with Santee. Santee will then find the prop forward, Ryan Jackson. Jackson's just going to be taken down, is he? He's not. He's got his arm free there. Ellis Nixon's complaining about that one. And it just into the 4th minute here at the recreation ground. It's the visitors looking to get their first ever victory at the recreation ground. It's Ryan Jackson, and it is. But it will be Jack Smith here. Will have an opportunity to look to tag the extras on 10 metres out, just to the right of the post. Comes at it now and tags over the extras. Does the centre. Means now it's Haven 0, Thunder 6, and Kieran Walker, the Seaton combination on that far right hand side. Looking to bring it back in the middle now with Santee potentially forward as we look at him here, but Santee's put down onto his back 2 or 3 metres. Just short of 10 minutes gone here at the recreation ground. It's the 5 and last. Comes left into the hands of Roberts. Little fumble but keeps hold of it. Then comes out into his left hand side corner. Brad Ward dives in the left hand side corner. The Whitehaven defence tried to recover. Who was there? Ellison Holgate isn't happy with something.
Hasn't had a lot of training in that centre. I think he's a second row from
NCM.
So, so it's a big ask for Ben there. So that right hand side, will get a lot of questions.
40 Hunter, but has then been taken down, but they're only 2 metres out. Pemberton's in there. Brendan Santee, it's another 6 again. Whitehaven's goal line defence will get under Santee, but this is a fresh set of 6 from here. Comes now into the hands of Reynolds, and you are going to stop. I don't care who you are, you're not stopping a tall figure of a man like Harvey Reynolds that close to the line. And it's the 3rd try in the opening quarter of an hour here at the recreation ground. The Thunder are 14-0 up.
You don't really see that as part of Whitehaven's DNA.
Jack Smith does add on the extras, so it is 16-0 here to Newcastle Thunder. The Italian international 16 metres out as he plays it. Pemberton comes across a couple of pairs of hands, finds Hunter. They're looking to go for it in on play 2, and they've broke down this left hand side of the Thunder. There's 4 on 1. McGovern, that looks forward for me to Cody Hunter. Back to back tries, however, for the Newcastle Thunder, and they're ripping Whitehaven to shreds. Are the Thunder at the moment. 17.5 on the clock. It is Whitehaven 0, Newcastle Thunder 20, and if Whitehaven do not get a grip of this David Seeds, this could turn into a massacre. Sheffield last week after their performance here the week before, and they contributed in that. Yes, they got defeat, but they contributed in that. Taken down 10 metres out. Pemberton comes down this short side into the hands of Hunter with a double pump, and they're in for their 5th of the afternoon. It's Noah Whittingham in on this left hand side corner, just into the 22nd minute. In a few seconds now, Whitehaven 0, Newcastle Thunder 26. It's more than a point a minute for this side at the moment.
And Anthony need to try and resolve some of that, or that's going to get worse.
The only thing not making it worse at the moment is Jack Smith hasn't gone 32 from this right hand side touchline. He's 3 from 5 is the centre, and 11 metres out, 6 again in favour of Whitehaven. Into the hands now of Jordan Thompson, and Thompson's going to try and spin out to the tackle. Scored 2 tries against a vastly different Thunder side away from home later on in the season. Into the hands then of Williamson. Walker looks to get the kick in behind, and he'll dive on it on that left hand side. Will Ethan Biggerdike and Whitehaven. That's something they'll like to see. They've put the first real bit of pressure they've put on the Thunder here of Whitehaven. They've cracked. Let's say halfway between the sticks and the touchline. It's a weird position to see a conversion taken in, but he's been able to add the extras. Has Kieran Walker, and it is now Haven 6, Thunder 26. Williamson involved alongside Jordan Thompson and Connor Holliday. Just the left hand side of the post, 7 metres out, pops it up for Harvey Reynolds. I think he's got it down as Reynolds. I was just about to say, I think the post padding has come to their favour there, and I think that's something Anthony Murray will be fairly disappointed with.
Which certainly in attack, if you're getting a good quick play of the ball and you're giving Whitehaven less time to.
3 metres out, if that. Joe Lowe in there, dummy half, into the hands of Jordan Thompson. There is the hooter, into the hands of Brad Brennan. Brennan finds Joe Lowe. It is the final play, looks for the kick over the top, and it's going to be collected by Andy Jacassi, and then Jacassi could be away, but he gets the ball away into the hands then. Is it of couldn't quite see who it is from here, but it is half time here at the recreation ground. Whitehaven chancing the arm at the end, as were the Thunder. Nearly got up and drove back over the line. Some of them were too busy celebrating their tackle. It's in the hands of Kumatai. You're not stopping a Kumatai from there. Could have put a brick wall in front of a Kumatai that close to the line, and he's going to barge over from short range.
That's another try for Newcastle.
Jack Smith tags on the extras. 5 from 7 is the Newcastle centre of the ball. Williamson in there at dummy half. Another 6 again in favour of Whitehaven. That's 3 in the opening 8.5 minutes alone of the second half. Jordan Thompson will play the ball. Williamson goes right into the hands of Brad Brennan. He'll look to try and power his way over. Will Brad Brennan is trying to get his arm free. Is the big prop forward, taken down millimetres away from the try line. Williamson in there at dummy half. Will look to go right into the hands over the top of Ben Pearce. Pearce is over on that right hand side corner, is he? Oh, he's lost it over the line. The second consecutive week with the try line begging for Ben Pearce. Scrape out of that tackle, but he's taken down in the shadows of the sticks here at the recreation ground. Into the hands then of Harvey Reynolds, searching for his hat-trick is Harvey Reynolds. He's hauled down short. 5 and last. Rostan looks to put the kick in behind, and he's got there as Pemberton, Taylor Pemberton. Biggerdike couldn't recover fast enough. Mark Shackley had been off the field a grand total of 90 seconds? Obviously had to come off because of the HIA of Nixon, but he's back on there. Jack Smith has added on the extras. He's 6 from 8. Is the Newcastle centre. Reynolds trying to get up, play the ball 10 metres out to the left hand side of the post, goes left into the hands of Hunter with the double pump, trying to find then Noah Whittingham, looking for his second of the afternoon, taken down 2 metres out, looking to go down that left hand side once more. Are they? Aidan McGowan. Poor thrown the dummy and gone over from dummy half. That's something Anthony Murray will not like.
And scored a try, so it just doesn't give us enough time to organise that defence that's been really good to us.
Smith tags on the extras from out wide. 50 is up for the Newcastle Thunder. Away from his own line, just over 4 minutes to go as we make it Now looking to go down that left hand side with Jordan Lip. Lip's then one-on-one with Cole Walker-Taylor. He's done well there as Walker-Taylor to slow it down, but he's got the offload away as Jordan Lip. And now Aidan McGowan's going through the centre of the field. Even Biggerdyke's going to try and get back. Can he get there? Can Even Biggerdyke on against McGowan? He's just going to outpace him, is Aidan McGowan. He's forced him to put the ball down on the left hand side. And 2.5, says the fourth official down in front of us as well. So Jack Smith takes his time, comes through his preparation, comes forward, strikes it, comes off the far right hand side post and falls short, and that is, we're into pretty much the final 2 minutes to fetch that ball forward. He's brought down 30 away now from his own line. Williamson's in there at dummy half. There is the hoot there a little bit earlier than we were expecting here at the recreation ground. Full time, Whitehaven 6, Newcastle Thunder 54.